Hey, this is Lowell Reynolds. I'm an engineer here in Nashville, Tennessee. I've been in the Blackbird family for over 22 years. I've been fortunate enough to work on some pretty cool records, got some Grammy nominations, blah, 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 Kings of Leon, blah, blah, blah. I am here to talk to you today about what I'm looking for when I record a bass. So today we're going to start with a jazz bass. We're going to be digging in a little bit more with a pick. Traditionally with a P bass, you're thinking fingers. But all these things kind of come into your decision when you're deciding what bass. You're listening to the song, you're listening to the tones, and then it's, do I need a bass that sticks out? Do I need a lead bass player as like the Kings of Leon have? Or do I need a bass that fills the gaps like a traditional bass? So we're going to stick with the jazz bass at first, which like, Rush, Geddy Lee, all that stuff. He's a jazz bass player with a brand new strings. Every day they change the strings. Or then if you talk to some of the older other guys, we're going to be looking at the P bass with the old strings. And then the other decision that we got to be thinking about is DI versus amps. I've got two amps here. One of them is a classic Ampeg B15 tube amp, the flip top as people call it. It's like undeniably like the industry great. And the other one is my Micro VR, which is an Ampeg bass amp that I bring everywhere, which emulates like the big old 300 watt guys, but doesn't have all that weight, but still sounds fantastic. It's my bass amp that I bring everywhere I go. The chain I'm using for our first example, this is the Hebrew DI. This is my go-to standard bass DI, is a Neve 1073 into a DBX 160 compressor, the VU version, into a Pultec EQP 1A3. So, just easy things that are just laying around every studio. It's like $20,000 worth of gear, but God, it just sounds good on bass. So again, the source track here, I've got a P bass that was played with fingers, kind of digging in a little bit, kind of emulating like a rock bass player. And then I've also got a J bass, a jazz bass with some newer strings that he was digging in. He plays essentially the same thing, just with a pick this time and on a J bass. And let's just check that out, all right? This is the RE20, so I'm going to mute the FET47, and here's the old RE20. Listening to those, obviously, every time I'm going to go with that FET47. He sounds fantastic. For this exact piece being played like this, the J bass with the pick, I mean, it just made me smile every time it came on.